What's good, YouTube? Warstorm here, coming at you guys with another video today. Today I'm going to be doing part 4 of my Mass Effect 3 Ending Revisited series, part 4, Cerberus HQ. It was delayed a few days because I wasn't able to work on it due to just having to work all week, but it's here now. That's why the cross-sheet video went up a little early. So I do appreciate you guys being patient. As far as the other couple of other disclaimers, right quick. I would recommend that you watch the previous parts of this series, part 2 and part 3, so you can get a little bit of context of where we're at in the narrative. I would recommend you watch. You don't have to watch part 1 because that's a primarily positive gameplay focused video, but I would recommend you watch part 2 and 3 before you come and watch this, just so you can get a context of where we're at in the narrative. The only other disclaimer I have is just I'm not going to talk at all about any excess media that Mass Effect has. I'm primarily focusing on the game. I don't care, and I don't feel like that really should matter when talking about the plot issues that Mass Effect 3's ending has. So all the way, we'll go ahead and get to it. So now, here we're moving on to the end game, to the point of no return for your playthrough. Shepard and company managed to find the Cerberus base thanks to Miranda tracking Kyling's ship, and as I explained in that Priority Horizon video, that was plot bullshit and it wasn't needed. But here we are. You managed to locate the Cerberus's base even with Miranda's help, even though she knows she's been to the base and knows where it is, but whatever. With Hackett's help, they plan to assault the facility. Now, much like most Mass Effect games, there's a short little break before you actually hit the final mission. Or the final couple missions in this case. So if you do have romance someone, you'll have the scene right here. For this particular playthrough, I opted to romance Ashley. I've done Tali on some playthroughs, but if I'm going to pick between Ashley and Liara in the first game, I tend to go with Ashley because I just feel like Liara is a really big writer's pet with how, especially in the third game, like they really, really, really want Shepard to get with Liara. Just from the way, and I get it, they're really good friends, but him and Ashley don't have that same kind of relationship. So it's pretty clear. I don't like how Liara is written. But for this mission for Cerberus HQ, after the romance scene plays out, for this mission you will have to bring along Edie, much like with Liara and Priority Thessia. So if you haven't brought her along, you'll bring her along for this mission, meaning just gotta be careful when you're looking through it, making sure you have, upgraded weapons and have all her skills unlocked. Her help does prove to be very valuable between bypassing gates, but the main thing is Shepard and company land in the hangar, and she's able to prevent you from getting vented out the hangar because you hear Cerberus soldiers are planning on venting it, and she's able to prevent that. As you tear through the base, though, there are some vids you can stop and find some of the background on Shepard's resurrection and Edie's creation. That's a little odd because you are in a race to get the catalyst information, get the VI and stuff. It's a little odd to be stopping here, but I did enjoy these little kind of like the scenes, and not all of them are mandatory, but I do like them. And I do think they did a pretty good job giving the player something to do while Edie is bypassing the door. It's just kind of a nice little thing to have. As you fight through the base, though, you'll run into the human Reaper that Cerberus somehow managed to recover from the Collector base if you destroyed the base, and they'll have it if you gave it to the Elusive Man. And they're using it to power their base. I'm sorry, but what the fuck? Why on God's green earth would you keep that kind of Reaper tech so damn close? It's almost like you're asking to be indoctrinated. I know it's obvious that Martin Sheen and Edgelord Stewart indoctrinated, both based on what the Prothean VI said in Priority Thessia, and based on how Martin Sheen's been acting. But Jesus Christ, this is terrible. It's the biggest decision in Mass Effect 2, and it's relegated to a few lines of dialogue, and it's the same no matter what your decision was. It's only here to explain how Cerberus is all indoctrinated. When people say that their choices didn't matter in Mass Effect 3, this is an example. Anyway, after Shepard fights most of Cerberus on his way there, he finally manages to get to the Elusive Man's room, but he ain't there. Martin Sheen tells you Cerberus is an idea when he's going on about the army, when Shepard tells him that the army's finished, and he walks off letting you talk to the Prothean VI, but then says, quote, like, don't overstay your welcome. This is obviously probably going to lead to a fight with somebody, but we'll get to that in a second. Turns out the Citadel itself is the catalyst, which makes sense in the narrative, but we'll get to that in a second. And it's been relocated to Earth, off screen. I'm sorry, but this is fucking stupid. Now, I've heard defenders of this argue that it makes sense that the Reapers indoctrinated the Elusive Man and somehow landed him at the spot you find him towards the end of the game, but this is still stupid. It's just yet another. The script needs the plot to happen, and you can't have your mad dash to the Citadel set piece if it's not moved off screen. As far as it being the catalyst go, I actually like this because it fits what we know from about how what Javik has told us, where he said the Reapers, when they invaded during that cycle, they always hit the Citadel first because it is the catalyst. It makes sense. Why would you not hit the Citadel when it's the foundation of the government? You hit that first, and it prevents the catalyst from ever being used. So it makes sense in the narrative, but it's just surrounded by bullshit. Then Edgelord Stu shows up and says, he told you not to overstay his welcome, like a little edgelord. But it's a bit of a lengthy fight, but Shepard eventually does best him. Edgelord Stu tries to get up and backstab Shepard while he's in Martin Sheen's chair, but Shepard shoves an Omniblade in him and delivers the outstanding line,
"That was profane, you son of a bitch."
And overall, it's a pretty satisfying way of finally finishing him off. May you rest in an unmarked grave. So anyway, guys, that comes to the end of Priority Cerberus HQ. I hope you guys did enjoy this little walk down memory lane. Next week we will be covering Priority Earth. Obviously, this is kind of where the ending really, like, you see a lot of the issues. This one's probably going to be a bit longer than the others. And part 6 should be coming the following Sunday. It's going to be mostly covering the DLC and some of the fallout that happened after the game came out. So I hope you guys do stick around for that. And anyway, guys, as always, thank you guys for watching. This is Orstorm signing out.